Hello folks, this is Marji Roy from 3dcuts.com, and today I'm going to be doing the tutorial on my latest Zig Zag card design. This card design uses the Zig Zag technology design that I've used before in other cards, and this year I've come up with one that is Christmas presents for my annual Christmas card. It is designed to fold flat and fit into a standard 6x9 envelope for mailing or gifting. You can make an envelope or you can use a standard one. It'll still fit inside of that. This particular card comes alive by using many different kinds of paper. In this version, I used a cardstock grouping from Michaels that was all color coordinated, but I've done a variety of things. Here's one of patterned papers that I've printed on my inkjet. And this one is made from scrapbooking papers that I had in my stash. I went looking for colors that coordinated. But I'm not limited to just the Christmas theme. You can also make a birthday one. Each of them comes with a tag that has a message. This one's happy birthday, and I've used colors that work for a birthday theme. All kinds of interesting papers can be used to create many different effects. I'd love to see one where people use vintage papers and an old-fashioned appearance to it. So get creative with your papers, and let's get started making the Zig Zag Presents card. Before you start cutting your project out, you should go to my website at the address noted on the screen to check out for additional hints, links to the papers I've used, photographs that other people have done. Just more information is in the written online portion of this tutorial. Don't skip it. I have already cut all of the pieces on my cutting machine. A couple of thoughts on this. First of all, I recommend that on the bow piece, you leave the bows attached to your mat until you need them. They have been organized together, which will help you with placement. Also, as I have cut each of the patterned pieces out, I have placed them where they go. The two ends are different, and we're going to go slowly with those, and we're going to start there so that we don't make a mistake. The papers that you choose should be color coordinated. I've decided on this one, instead of white, to try a dark green background to see how that looks. I will be using art glitter glue. I have transferred it to this container with a small nozzle. It is my glue of choice, but this particular project, many parts of it could be done with any of your favorite glues, like a tape runner or whatever you like using. Now, on these pieces, the shortest one is going to go on the right of the card. The taller one is going to go on the left of the card. When we make the card, on these end ones, it's these two pieces, and one piece of cardstock goes on one side and one piece goes on the other. I say cardstock. This one is not cardstock. Here I've used scrapbooking paper. It makes a lighter card, and there's no reason for the additional weight of cardstock. It's a personal choice, and it depends what you have in your stash. These are all Christmas papers that I had in my stash. Now, on the long ones, everything gets glued on one side and it's easy. On these shorter ones, one gets glued on one side, one gets glued on the other side. You will fold on the dotted lines, like so. Make sure your orientation is like this as you do so. This one will go on the inside here. I'm going to use the art glitter glue and quickly put a coat of glue on the back here. It's been designed to have a little bit of a margin all the way around on these pieces of paper. Now I'm going to turn it over, and the other piece goes on the other side. I'm going to do both of these short ones first because I routinely do them backwards. This is the piece that goes on the left side. Luckily, our glitter glue dries clear. Turn it over, and the other piece goes on this side. And while we're here, we might as well do the bows. This double set here, that one will go there. Okay, this one goes on here. Turn it over. I line up each bow before I glue it because I periodically put the glue on the wrong side of the bows. And then on this side, it'll go this way. So I turn it over and put the glue here. That's the left side, and it is done. Now, I've been wondering if I want to use green bows instead of red bows on the packages that are mostly red. I'm still undecided, but I am going to try that on this particular version of the card. I have thought of also making gold bows using some sparkle paper, and so, or doing some where all the bows are not the same color. All kinds of variations. Okay, the second side is now ready. Now, on the long side, I will glue all of these in place. And now the bows. This is the one with 4. So we've got that one. That's the first long side. Let's move on to the last side. And this is our last batch of bows. I am going to try a green one there on the red paper. Okay, the long piece that is the tallest gets folded in toward us, like so. The other long piece gets folded back, like so. These two will nest together. They have matching notches. To start the zigzag, test it to make sure it folds. Okay, on the 2 short pieces, we are now going to use score tape. I like score tape on positions where I need things to stick quickly. This is 1/4 inch score tape. There's a link to it on my website. I am going to put it on the inside of the longer tab and on the outside of the shorter tab. And on this shorter tab, keep it to this edge, not toward the fold. That'll allow you a little wiggle room if you need it later. And I will do the same on the other one. On the inside of the long tab and on the outside of the shorter tab, lined up away from the fold. Okay, the shorter of the two goes on the right side, the longer of the two goes on the left side. I will peel the longer tab. Now, this we are going to open and flatten it like so. Did you catch that? And I'm going to tap everything to make sure my bottoms are all aligned. If you would like to make this just a little bit stronger, you may elect to put a piece of Scotch tape right here at the bottom. That is not visible on the final design, and it'll just keep things from sliding around a little bit. Do that on both sides. Now, this goes on the left side. It will go behind here. Bottoms will line up, and we want to see that fold. We want this to go right into that corner, but be able to fold. And we want it square, like so, and fold it over. Now this one here should line up just short of this green edge. Again, I watch my bottoms, keeping those even, and I put that there and press in place. We put it together while it's flat like this so that you can be sure that it'll flatten to go into your envelope. Now we'll flip it over and we'll do the same thing on the other end. Peel off the long tab first. It'll go behind this. Bottoms line up. Make sure that it's square, and mine isn't. And that we can fold it over. Press in place. Peel the other tab. Fold it under, and it should, we're a little bit short on that, so it's good that I didn't have glue there. That's why I don't want the glue on the edge there. Okay. Oh, what a great selection of gifts that is. I like it. Now, in addition, the download comes with a tag that you can put a sentiment onto. I would do these on sticker paper and print and cut them. I will glue mine together because I only have the one. It says, "Celebrate this season of giving." And I'm going to hang it here from the tallest package. I forgot to include a hole to run the thread through, so I'm going to use a paper punch. But on the file, I will add this hole so you don't have to do this with a paper punch. Get an 1/8 inch ribbon. I'm going to use red. I'm going to use about 12 inches worth. Cut it off. Loop it through the tag. And loop it through here and tie it into place. I want it up high enough so that it's visible. Got these at an angle. And there we go. What a great Christmas card. On the birthday one, I put a happy birthday card on it. Now, in the download, there is also a file for a 6x9 envelope. When you make a card like this, if you're going to send it through the mail, I would use a standard purchased envelope. The weight is a whole lot less and you don't have to pay as much. But if I were gifting it to somebody, I would make one out of some quality card stock. There is a file included in the download, and basically you fold in the 3 tabs here. I would put a little glue here in this corner, and a little glue here in this corner. and fold them up and hold that for a few minutes. And then this will get glued on here. It is about an 1/8 inch shorter all the way around, so I will stay an 1/8 inch in from the edge. And I will put glitter glue here. This is a great project for a tape runner. Mine's not working right now, so. Press in place. Fold that down, and we now have a matching envelope to go with our beautiful card. What kind of papers do you have in your stash? I'd love to see this made with lots of different papers. So make a few and send pictures. You can send them to me at 3dcuts.com, or you can share them on the Facebook group posts. Happy crafting, everyone, and Merry Christmas. Over the years, I have designed a number of zigzag cards. I started with Zigzag Village and followed that with the Zigzag Gingerbread House and the Nativity Scene. I have also done a spooky Halloween zigzag mansion and a whole series of all-occasion flower cards inside a zigzag fence. There are daisies, hearts, sunflowers, and tulips. People love receiving these. Which have you made? Thanks for watching, and happy crafting, everyone.